Hey friends, this is Reverend Ben, and this is your weekly video. The three deep breaths aren't for everyone, so I'm going to skip it this week and go straight to the chalice lighting. For the chalice lighting, I will access Worship Web. See the little Worship Web icon? You can download it to your phone, and I click, and it has, among other things, a chalice that you can light and extinguish. And then it also has chalice lightings. You open that, the first chalice lighting to come up is an all animal chalice. So, in honor of the UU St. Pete Animal Ministry, this week's chalice is an all animal chalice. We light this chalice, spark of the original fire of creation, to remind us that we all on this planet, the furred, the feathered, the finned, and the scaled, along with us featherless bipeds, we are all made of the same star stuff and all share a common destiny. For extra points, you can say that last one in the voice of Carl Sagan. We are all made of star stuff. We all share a common destiny. We all share the same hopes of a life free from harm and suffering, and the same aspirations of happiness, love, and flourishing, being able to express our own unique natures and capacities as best we may. We are just that many diverse perspectives from which the whole is seen and experienced. We are inextricably intertwined, interconnected, and interdependent, and it is good. This is by Mark Causey. You can find it on your Worship Web app. I loved this Sunday's worship service. Thank you so much, Janae. Thank you so much, Cheyenne. Thank you so much, Emma, for your view from the pew. Thank you, Liam. Thank you, UU St. Pete Choir. As promised, I have a follow-up question. The question is this: how have you used the Wheel of Privilege to access your privilege? What did you learn about that? Answer this and send me an email with your thoughts. If you're seeing this in Facebook, make it a response to the original Facebook post. If you're seeing it in YouTube, put it in the text chat. Have you used the Wheel of Privilege to access your privilege? This was given out as a handout in the sanctuary. You can write me if you didn't get it, and I'll give it to you. Now, each week we appreciate. Oh, I'm supposed to answer. Um, I have seen this quite a bit. Um, one thing I learn every time I use something like the Wheel of Privilege is how many different social identities I have, and how in some of them I have relative privilege, and in others I have um, relative marginalization. So even though I am white and I look male and I am an adult, I also have disabilities. I also am bisexual. I also am neurodivergent. So, what did you learn? Let me know. Let's talk about it. It was such a good worship service. It's, I think, worth it to continue the conversation. Also, I want to give a shout out to Janae Johnson for the incredible volunteer training, or as it's sometimes called, UU St. Pete 102 training that was held after the worship service. I saw many of you there. Now, each week we appreciate an individual or a team that has done outstanding work to advance the congregation's mission. And last week we appreciated Cheyenne. This week we're doing again. We're appreciating Cheyenne, but we're also appreciating Diane Dwyer. So it's Cheyenne and Diane are our individuals that we're appreciating. Now, both of them have done wonderful work. Both of them have become an integral part of our community. Both of them are leaving. So Diane is going back to Vermont. We wish her well. We want to keep in touch, but she will be moving. And Cheyenne is ending her employment here. Um, probably around the middle of July after she helps orient our new office coordinator. So we want to celebrate Cheyenne after worship this Sunday, and I'll have a book that you can sign, telling her your appreciations, your memories, anything you want to tell positive uh, to Cheyenne so that she can remember us. Um, there's a similar book also out there that will be there this Sunday and each Sunday until we celebrate Diane Dwyer. That's happening 2 weeks from Sunday, on Sunday, June 29th. A cake for each Sunday. Now, in between, we're going to have our UUA General Assembly. Let me get to that in a second, though, because this week we have a lot going on as well. On Saturday, we have the No Kings Pro-Democracy Visibility Action. I know a lot of you are going. My thanks to Kimberly Cooper for being willing to organize our presence there. So Kimberly says, if you want a street protest with UU St. Pete, we are meeting at the southwest corner of Tyrone Boulevard and 66th Street North in St. Petersburg, Florida. The amenities are, there's plenty of shade. There's a sidewalk to get to a grassy area to put your chair if you're like me and you can't stand for long. There's parking in the Tyrone Square Mall parking lot. If your car has room for the UU St. Pete banner, please contact Kimberly at 727-898-0128. You can text, you can call with any questions, and especially we need someone to carry the banner. So thanks, Kimberly. Then comes Sunday. The worship service will be called Free-ish. Sandra Moss and me. It is the Sunday before Juneteenth and also Father's Day. And then in that afternoon, please join CUPS, the Covenant of UU Pagans, as we celebrate the summer solstice or midsummer from 4 to 6 p.m. in Gilmore Hall. Enjoy crafts, meditation, chanting, a ritual, dance the spiral dance, potluck, and help the kids reenact the battle between the oak and the holly king as the season changes to summer. I remember this reenactment last year. Come in costume. Kids in costume get a prize. So contact Chris McDonald for more information on that or any member of CUPS. Now, next week is General Assembly. Many of us will be gone. I'll specifically be gone the 17th to the 23rd. I'll try to check my emails from Baltimore. And I know a bunch of you are coming up there, 4 of you representing UU St. Pete. It's going to be amazing. Then on that Sunday, there's going to be a worship service between 10:30 and 11 that Allison, the head of our worship committee, our worship team rather, is going to lead. But then at 11 o'clock, we're going to try to live stream the General Assembly worship service. So we'll roll in that television and hopefully you can see live on the TV what Janae, Cheyenne, myself, and many other folks are seeing in person at the UU General Assembly in Baltimore. Then that same day, Sunday the 22nd at 6 p.m., join the dinner and discussion group. Now, this is a covenant group for people who really don't want to join a covenant group or are in another covenant group but want to meet new people or are just bored and want to get out on a Saturday and have a nice discussion over dinner. It's very casual. You come once, twice, 3 times a lady, whenever it's convenient. It's a laid-back group, obviously, no obligation. For information, contact Chris McDonald again. Our office hours this summer are Thursdays and Fridays from 10 to 3. I won't be in the office during General Assembly, but in general, they're 10 to 3 Thursdays and Fridays. And the deadline for this video is Monday at 9 a.m. To add some announcements to the video, please email me by then. It helps if you have a video in the subject line. When we extinguish any chalice like this, and we have the opportunity to ignite the flame inside ourselves. I believe that flame to be, there's a word I usually use, but I can't think of it. The kind of flame you can't put out. So let's keep it lit. Let's remember that we are not alone. Let's remember that we are interdependent. until we see one another again. Unquenchable flame. See you soon, friends.